You set your phone on a charging pad and walk away. No wires, no plugs, no effort. You probably think this is new technology. It is not. In 1901, a man stood on a patch of land in Long Island, New York, and tried to give the entire world free wireless energy. Not wireless charging for one device, free electricity for every person on Earth, delivered through the air. No wires, no meters, no bills. His name was Nikola Tesla, and what happened next might be the greatest technological tragedy in human history. You know the name. You have seen it on electric cars, on pop culture memes, on Reddit threads about misunderstood geniuses. But you probably do not know what Tesla actually built, what he actually predicted, or why the most powerful people in America conspired to make sure his wildest ideas never reached your hands. This is the real story. Nikola Tesla arrived in New York City in 1884 with 4 cents in his pocket, a letter of recommendation, and a brain that could visualize machines in 3 dimensions before drawing a single line. He walked into Thomas Edison's laboratory and offered to redesign Edison's direct current power system. Edison laughed at the idea. According to Tesla's own autobiography, Edison even offered him $50,000 if he could improve the dynamos. Tesla worked for months. He succeeded. Edison refused to pay. He called it Tesla's American humor. Tesla quit that night. What followed was one of the most important rivalries in the history of technology. Edison had bet everything on direct current, DC electricity that flows in one direction. Tesla believed the future belonged to alternating current, AC electricity that reverses direction dozens of times per second. AC could travel hundreds of miles through power lines. DC could barely make it across a city block. Edison did not take the challenge well. He staged public demonstrations where he electrocuted dogs and cats with AC current to prove it was dangerous. He secretly funded the development of the electric chair, powered by AC, to associate Tesla's technology with death. The press called it the War of Currents. Tesla won anyway. George Westinghouse, an industrialist who had already made his fortune on railroad brakes, licensed Tesla's AC patents for $60,000 plus royalties. In 1893, the Westinghouse-Tesla system lit up the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. 6 months later, AC power drove the turbines at Niagara Falls and sent electricity all the way to Buffalo, New York, a distance that DC could never have covered. The war was over. Tesla was famous. He was rich. He had proven that alternating current was the backbone of the modern electrical world. And then he got ambitious. In 1899, Tesla moved his laboratory to Colorado Springs. He built a massive oscillator, a device that could generate extremely high-frequency electrical currents. He wanted to test whether he could transmit power wirelessly through the Earth itself. On a summer night, he turned on the machine. Bolts of artificial lightning shot 45 meters into the air. The thunder could be heard 20 miles away. Every electrical device within the local power grid flickered and died. Tesla had blown out the El Paso Power Company's entire generating system. He had proven something extraordinary. Energy could travel through the ground, it could be broadcast, it could reach anyone, anywhere. He just needed a bigger tower. J.P. Morgan, the most powerful banker in America, agreed to fund it. In 1901, Tesla began construction on Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island. It was a massive structure, 187 feet tall, topped with a 55-ton copper dome. The plan was to use the tower to transmit not just radio signals, which Guglielmo Marconi had just demonstrated, but actual electrical power. Free wireless energy for the entire planet. Here is where the story gets dark. Morgan had invested $150,000. He expected to profit from selling wireless communication, radio, telegraph, commercial messaging. When Tesla revealed that the tower could transmit free energy itself, not just signals, Morgan realized there was no way to meter it, no way to sell it, no way to charge people for electricity delivered through the air. Morgan pulled his funding. Tesla was devastated. He begged for more money. He tried to attract other investors. But Morgan controlled so much of American finance that no one would touch the project. Wardenclyffe Tower sat unfinished. In 1917, the U.S. government ordered it demolished, officially because it might serve as a landmark for German submarines during World War I. Tesla's dream of free global wireless energy was crushed by the same force that has crushed countless innovations since, It could not be monetized. But that was not his only wild idea. In the 1930s, Tesla announced something even more alarming, a particle beam weapon he called the teleforce. The press called it the death ray. Tesla claimed it could shoot a concentrated beam of energy powerful enough to destroy aircraft from 250 miles away. He said it could end all war. He offered it to the U.S. military, to Britain, to Yugoslavia. No one believed him. They thought he had lost his mind. Had he? In 1958, 13 years after Tesla's death, the U.S. military began testing actual particle beam weapons at the Brookhaven National Laboratory. In 1983, President Ronald Reagan announced the Strategic Defense Initiative, a space-based missile defense system that used directed energy beams. The technology Reagan described was almost identical to what Tesla had proposed 50 years earlier. Tesla also predicted something that sounds familiar today. In 1926, he told Collier's magazine that one day, when wireless technology was perfectly applied, the whole Earth would be converted into a huge brain. He said we would be able to communicate instantly with anyone, regardless of distance. He described a device that could fit in a vest pocket, and we would use it to see and hear each other from anywhere on the planet. He was describing a smartphone in 1926. He also predicted wireless internet, cloud computing, and real-time global news distribution. He envisioned a world where information flowed freely to everyone, not just the wealthy. So what happened to all of this? When Tesla died alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel on January 7, 1943, the FBI immediately seized his papers. The Office of Alien Property took everything, boxes of documents, diagrams, and notes about his most advanced work. John G. Trump, a professor of electrical engineering at MIT and the uncle of a future U.S. president, was brought in to review the materials. He concluded that Tesla's later work was speculative and not of great significance. Many historians disagree. Some of Tesla's confiscated papers have never been released. Others were returned to Belgrade, where they sit in the Nikola Tesla Museum to this day. But certain documents remain classified. You are living in the world Tesla imagined. You communicate wirelessly. You access information globally through invisible signals. You carry a pocket-sized device that connects you to every human on Earth. The only part of his vision that failed was the most important one, that it would be free. Your electricity is metered. Your internet has a data cap. Your phone has a monthly bill. The wireless world Tesla dreamed of arrived. The open, accessible, universal version of it did not. Nikola Tesla held over 300 patents. He invented the alternating current motor that powers your home. He created the rotating magnetic field that drives your refrigerator, your air conditioner, your washing machine. He laid the theoretical groundwork for radio, radar, X-ray imaging, and remote control. And yet he died broke. He spent his final years feeding pigeons in Bryant Park, living in hotels he could not afford, writing letters to governments that never replied. The man who lit up the modern world could not pay his own electric bill. You set your phone on a charging pad and walk away. It feels like magic, but it is not new. It is a small, monetized fragment of a vision that was supposed to change everything and almost did. The wireless energy flowing through your home right now was born in a laboratory explosion in Colorado Springs in 1899, designed by a man who imagined a world where power was free and belonged to everyone. You are living in his future. You just are not living in the version he fought for.